All right, welcome back to Nick's Picks, Week 4. Week 3, 9-7, not a good week. It was some tough games last week. Like, what the hell was going on? I went 9-7. Hess went 8-8. So for a total, I'm 29-18. Hess is 25-22. Bad week, but I beat Hess, so it can't be all that bad, right? All right. Thursday night game, Chicago at Green Bay. Green Bay had a little trouble with Cincinnati. I kind of thought they might have some trouble with Cincinnati. Cincinnati isn't as bad as their record. But I'm going to take Green Bay in this game. They should have no trouble with Chicago. Even though Chicago did beat Pittsburgh, I don't see them doing it back to back.
What's going on, guys? Coming at you live from a Circle K parking lot while I'm at work, taking a little break. We out here grinding, man. I'm tired. I'm not feeling 100%. Got some nasal stuff going on. I don't know. But welcome to Nick's Picks Week 4. Can't believe it. We're already in Week 4. We have almost been through 1 month of football. I believe I went 8-8 last week. Not 100% on that, so don't quote me. We're going to jump right in. Thursday night football. We got Bears at Packers. I think it's going to be a close game, but I think the Packers pull it out, even though they have like a middle school offensive line. I still think the Packers have just enough offensive weapons to pull it out.
All right, let's go to Sunday. The New Orleans Saints at the Miami Dolphins. It's not a game I'm looking forward to. I guess I'll have to take Miami in this game. They're at home. Saints did have a good win last week. I don't see them maintaining it, though. I see them as a 7-9, 8-8 team.
New Orleans at Miami. I take the Saints.
Next game, Tennessee at the Houston Texans. I guess I'd have to go with Tennessee in this game. Houston lost to the Patriots last week. Rookie quarterback. They are at home, but I think Tennessee will pull it out.
Tennessee at Houston. I'm going to take the Titans.
Game, you got the Cincinnati Bengals, who are 0-3 at Cleveland. Picked Cleveland last week, thought they'd beat the Colts, but they didn't. I think I'm going to go with Cincinnati this week. It's so hard to get a feel for this season so far.
Bengals at Browns. Both teams, I believe, are winless. I'm going to take the Bengals.
Next game, Detroit at Minnesota. Minnesota looked good last week, and Detroit probably should have won. I'm going to take Minnesota because they're at home, but Case Keenum scares the shit out of me. I had my fingers crossed with Minnesota.
Detroit at Minnesota. Case Keenum looked damn good last week, but I'm going to take the Lions. They're going to be pissed off on getting fucked by that call against the Falcons.
Buffalo at Atlanta. Atlanta squeaked one out. Buffalo looked pretty good against Denver, but I'm going to take Atlanta at home. I don't see Buffalo going down to Atlanta and beating them in Atlanta.
Buffalo at Atlanta. I'm going to take Atlanta. I think they're legit.
Next game, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Normally a good game, great rivalry. Both teams looked horrible last week. I'm going to take Baltimore, even though they got their ass kicked by Jacksonville. Baltimore's at home. I think they're better than they played last week, so we're going to go with Baltimore.
Pittsburgh at Baltimore. Both of these teams coming off of losses. Baltimore got raped in England by the Jaguars. I'm going to take the Steelers.
Next game, the highlight of my weekend, the LA Rams at the Dallas Cowboys. I'm going to take the Cowboys. I'll be rooting for the Rams. I hope I lose this game. I don't see the Rams stopping Elliott. They've had some trouble with the run. But they can put up some points. So hopefully I am wrong about this and the Rams win. But I'm going to take Dallas.
Rams at Cowboys. I don't think the Cowboys have it all figured out. And I don't think they're as good as a lot of people think they are. But I'm going to take the Cowboys. It's a road game for the Rams.
Next game, Jacksonville at the New York Jets. I'm not a big fan of Jacksonville. I know they're 2-1. People are starting to talk a little bit about them, but they're playing the Jets. You got to take Jacksonville. I can't take the Jets. I know they won last week against the Dolphins, but yeah, they can't win more than 4 games, so I'm going to take Jacksonville.
Jacksonville at New York Jets. I'm going to take the Jaguars.
Next game, Carolina at New England. I'm taking New England all the way. I'm not impressed with Carolina. They lost to the Saints. I don't think they're going to go into New England and beat them. So I think the Patriots will win. They'll probably give us some points like they do every week, but Brady will probably throw for another 4 touchdowns.
Carolina at New England. I'm going to take the Patriots.
The Philadelphia Eagles at the LA Chargers. Now this is an interesting game. I'm gonna take the Eagles in this game, but I actually took the Chargers, crossed it out, and then picked the Eagles. I'll probably regret that. I don't think the Chargers are gonna. It's hard to go 1-4 when you're a decent team. I don't think they're a bad team necessarily, but I'm gonna take Philadelphia regardless.
Philadelphia at the Los Angeles Chargers. I think this is the week the Chargers get off the snide and finally get their first win.
Next game, San Francisco at Arizona. Take the Cardinals all the way. San Francisco hasn't impressed me. The Rams tried to give away the game last week, but they didn't. If Arizona loses it, they might as well lose the rest of their games and try to get a new quarterback. But I think they'll pull this one out.
San Francisco at Arizona. I don't think either team is very good. I'll take the Cardinals just because it's a home game.
Next game, the New York Giants at the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Giants suck, apparently. They're 0-3. Tampa Bay's 1-1. I'm going to take Tampa Bay at home. No feel for this game whatsoever. I'm just going with the home team. And I don't know, maybe Deshaun Jackson goes off. He usually does good against the Giants. So
Giants at Bucks. I'm going to take the Buccaneers.
Oakland at Denver. I'm going to take Denver at home. I don't see Oakland going in there and winning. Maybe they can squeak one out. They got lucky a lot last year. I don't think they're going to do the same. I have Oakland and Dallas in the same boat where they were really good last year, but I just don't see them being quite as good this year.
Oakland at Denver. I'll take Denver.
Next game, Indianapolis at Seattle. I don't think this will be much of a game. Seattle should win this, although I will be rooting for the Colts.
Indianapolis at Seattle, Sunday Night Football. I'll take the Seahawks.
The Monday night game, Washington at Kansas City. This might actually be a good game. I'm going to take Kansas City at home, but I look for Washington to make a game of it and maybe Kansas City win a close one.
And Monday Night Football. We have the Redskins at the Chiefs. I think the Chiefs stay undefeated and go 4-0. And that's my Week 4 picks on Nick's Picks. Have a good weekend, y'all. Enjoy some football.
And then we got top 5 teams as of Week 4 for me. I'll say number 5, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Number 4, the Denver Broncos. Number 3, the New England Patriots. Number 2, the Atlanta Falcons, which is hard for me to say. And number 1, those Kansas City Chiefs. So, like I said, last week, 9-7, 29-18 overall. Hopefully I can do a little better than the 10-6, 9-7. I like to get maybe a 14-2 week in there or something. Gain a lot of ground on Hess, but we'll see how it goes this week. And thanks for watching. If you got any comments, leave them down below and hit the like button. Thanks.